Alright, Shalom, Kwam Yashala. I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Chodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. To you I say Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. Now I have a quick video to share with you from Sky News Australia once again. And it says, blown away Canadian powerlifter suspended for speaking out against trans competitor. I believe that's a female powerlifter, April Hutchinson. And she spoke out against how, what's his name? Ann Andres. I have it pulled up here. Ann Andres. How he was shattering female weightlifting records. And she actually spoke out against this guy. And guess what? She got banned from competing in the sport for 2 years, and that's what it is. And you know, this goes along with what I said in my previous videos about you women. You see, you women, man, you're becoming obsolete, and you're replaceable due to this whole LGBTQ and this whole trans spirit that's out here. And a lot of you people, and mainly a lot of you women, man, you voted for this garbage, and now it's coming up against you. It's coming back to haunt you. Right now it's making you obsolete. Now your role and your place is being taken over. That's crazy. And it reminds me of Jeremiah chapter 31 verse 22. I'm going to read it. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. That's right, a woman shall compass a man. Queen of heaven, spirit box worship, woman getting ahead, being over men, and also men wanting to become women. And that's also a part of how a woman shall compass a man. It's now gotten to the point where a man wants to become a woman, and he's happy about it. Happy to put on a dress. And also, if you're a weaker man and you want to get successful, all you got to do is change your sex and become a woman, and you'll get stardom, you'll get fame, you'll get accolades, and you'll get money, and you're gonna do very well. It's true, and you're seeing it, man. It's not just in Hollywood, it's even in sports now. It's in sports. You know, the Lord wasn't playing, and this is a very solemn precept. The Lord does not lie. A woman shall compass a man, and he hath created a new thing in the earth. Yeah, so it's not just about, it's no longer just a man's world. This is a man's world. Like what's his name? What's his name? I think it's not Bobby Brown. Come on, man, I forgot his name. Shit. Hold on. This is a man's world. Yeah, James Brown. Yeah, James Brown. Yeah, James Brown made that song. He's dead now, but he made that song. This is a man's world. It's no longer about that. It's now a woman's world, and it's gotten to the point where men want to become women so they can get fame, success, and you're just seeing it. breaking weightlifting records. That's crazy, man. The Lord's not a liar. But this is exactly what equality gets you. And like I said in my previous videos, equality does not equate to justice. Because if you had justice, none of this stuff would happen. You wouldn't be seeing this video. If real justice was here, you wouldn't see this shit. And real justice that's coming out of the scriptures. But you're not going to get that. You're only going to get equality because we're in Neo-Greece, we're in Neo-Rome, we're in Sodom and Gomorrah, we're in Babylon, aka America. That spirit of Sodom and Egypt is here. So this is what you're going to get. You're going to get equality. Right? And equality, it destroys people's lives. And it destroys people's minds and emotions, man. It destroys you. Okay? It destroys you. And this is why we need Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to come back here. So he can fulfill the second covenant. So we can have the law, statutes, and commandments written in our inward parts. Because once we have that written in our inward parts, we're not going to care about no fucking equality. All that bullshit. Okay? All that bullshit. Anyways, let me play the clip, and then I'm gonna get more scriptures.
Canadian female powerlifter April Hutchinson's been suspended from the sport for 2 years for speaking out actually on this show about trans athletes competing in the sport. The Canadian Powerlifting Union used comments she made against her rival, transgender record-breaking powerlifter Anne Andres, right here on Uncensored as part of the reasoning for the suspension. Here's what she said that apparently was so awful.
So he is a 40-year-old, 6 foot, 250-pound man. Well, that national record that he broke, athletes have been chasing that for years. So it just goes to show the advantages, the physiological advantages that a male has over a female.
Well, April joins me now. Well, April, first of all, I'm appalled that you've been suspended. And I'm even more appalled that you've been suspended for stating what appears to be a simple fact. You were talking about the fact that a biological male who identifies now as a woman and is a trans athlete was gaining an unfair advantage because of their physiology over you. For stating the bleeding obvious, you're the one now who can't compete.
Yeah, exactly. I guess saying truth and fact, calling Andres a biological male is considered hate speech and goes against their social media code. When talking about sports, Pierce, you would know this, you have to state what the person is. So I was actually thinking I was being polite saying a biological male, and I was, in fact, saying the truth. So bodies play sports, not identities. So when we're talking about sports, especially powerlifting, a strength sport, you need to say, call a man, call a woman a woman.
Right, because physiology, I'm afraid, is physiology. There's nothing to get away from it. It just seems completely ridiculous to me that for calling this out, this shocking unfairness towards women born with female...
Equal rights, equal fights, right? That's what you get. You know, a lot of you people voted for this, and now it's coming up against you. Well, that's your problem. That's your fault. See, if you had justice, this wouldn't be this what you're watching wouldn't be a thing. So anyways, this is 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Okay, and I'm bringing this out because husbands are supposed to honor their wives. They're supposed to honor their wives in a righteous way, and vice versa. And also, this precept is showing you that the woman, the wife, she is a weaker vessel, and you, as the husband, the man, you are the stronger vessel, right? So this scripture also tells you that it's not about the weaker vessel and the stronger vessel competing against each other. It's about them working together, right? It's about them working together. And that's what true justice is all about, working together. But when you bring equality into the equation, it puts the weaker vessel and the stronger vessel, it causes them to compete with one another. And that's why you see all this madness. Whereas the two vessels, man, they should be in their own leagues. You shouldn't compare the two. They should just be in their own separate leagues. And the only time that they should come together is when it's time to work together, right? That's it. But it shouldn't be, I'm against you, you're against me, I'm better than you, you're better than me. It shouldn't be like that. It's about working together and focusing on what you're good at, right? That's all that it is. So equality, it destroys that. It destroys it. It causes war and tension between the two sexes, man. And this is why you get all this madness you're seeing. Stupid, man. So stupid. Now let me get this. I don't want that one. Actually, woman was made for man. Let me get that. Man. Let me see that. Bible. Hold on. Bible verse. Hold on. KJV. Okay, so 1 Corinthians 11 and 9. I think I had that, didn't I? Oh yeah, I was here. Okay, so here we go. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 8. For the man is not of the woman. That's right. But the woman of the man. You got to remember, you woman, you came out of the men. Right? You came out of the men. Don't forget it. Go back to the book of Genesis. Go back to all of that, man. All right? When Adam was created and what transpired, man. The woman, Eve Adam wasn't made for Eve. Eve was made for Adam. Go back to the beginning, man. Verse 9, neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. That's right. We're not created for you. We're actually supposed to be over you, and you're supposed to serve us. But at the same time, we're supposed to honor you in righteousness, and you're supposed to honor us in righteousness. And it's not about I'm better than you, you're better than me. It's about us working together. Right? You're supposed to do what you're supposed to do. I'm supposed to do what I'm supposed to do. Alright. Verse 10. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man, in the Lord. Alright? So the two sexes are important. Two sexes are important. And a man shouldn't have to change his sex, and a woman shouldn't have to change her sex either. Just be who you are in the Lord. It's not that fucking hard. Excuse my French. Right? So let's go back here. Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto Yahweh Bashem Yoshai thy power. So you're not supposed to be a cross-dresser, man. Whether you're a man or whether you're a woman. Not supposed to be a cross-dresser. And this is out of order. And even she's out of order. Because she shouldn't even be partaking in sports. Because that's a man thing. But it is what it is. We're in Greece. We're in Rome. We're in Babylon. We're in Sodom and Gomorrah. We're in America. Where anything goes. So everything's out of order. And that's why everybody's angry. Everybody's upset. This woman's clearly upset. That's why she's coming on this news channel and voicing her opinion and speaking out against what was done onto her by the Canadian Powerlifting Union, right? So hey, come on, man. This is what equality gets you. I'm gonna say that again. This is what equality gets you. If you had justice, none of this would be happening. None of this shit. She would be at home. She'd be focused on what she's really supposed to be good at. And that guy wouldn't be doing this. Okay, you wouldn't be doing that. Hope I don't get striked. Anyway, so let's get 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 1. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach. It's right. So a woman's supposed to be silent in the midst of men. Right? And she's not supposed to be teaching other men. That's a man's job. Nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. That's right. So you're not supposed to have authority over the man. You're supposed to have authority over the children. But to be in silence. Be quiet. And that starts in the church, in the ministry. Right? Your job isn't to teach or to be in charge. Verse 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. That's right. So Adam was first, you were second. And like I said, this is not about the man being better than the woman and the woman being better than the man. It's about you working together, you being in order. That's all it is. You focus on what you're good at, I'll focus on what I'm good at. That's it. That's it. See, and that's true justice. That's not equality, that's true justice. And that's going to lead to righteousness if you follow that order, right? Very simple. Okay, so what do I want here? Okay, yeah, this is what I want. Discipleship is costly. Matthew chapter 16 verse 24, and it says here, Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. That's right. So the Lord, he doesn't need mo's. You can't be a mo. You can't be an alphabet guy if you're following Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because when you come into this truth, you have to deny yourself. You have to deny those thoughts, right? You have to deny certain thoughts, certain things, right? Because you have a lot of these, like, I'm just going to say that, I'm just talking, right? Because you have these people out here, mentally and physically, you have some of these people out here embracing this whole this whole alphabet identity, or this whole trans identity, right? And a lot of these people out here, they feel strongly inclined by living as the opposite sex, so they can actually embrace their true identity, or their true self, for lack of better words, right? So yeah, I kind of said it, I kind of jumbled that up, right? So many strongly feel that only by living as the opposite sex can they fully embrace their true self. That's how a lot of these people out here think. And you're not supposed to embrace your true self when you come into this truth. You're really supposed to deny yourself. So that cuts that whole thought process of, oh, let me be a tranny. Oh, there can be tranny Christians. There can be Mo's that follow Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right? Now you have to think, man. This is not about our feelings. It's not about our feelings. You have to ask yourself: does our emotional or mental state equal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's design of and the order of how he of how he set things up, right? And you can't be emotional or mentally weak when serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You can't. Because in the beginning, how did the Lord how did he make this earth? In the very beginning, how did he make this earth? Right? When you go into Genesis chapter 1, let me see if I can find it here. Chapter 1, verse 28. Alright, so it says here, and Yahweh, and the powers blessed them, and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Let me go to another one. There's another one here. Yeah, I should have started at 27. My bad. Verse 27. So the powers created man in his own image, in the image of the powers created he him, male and female created he them. So that was what the Lord set up in the very beginning, and it still stands today. The two sexes, male and female, they're in their order, right? So a lot of people today, they don't want to follow that because they're emotional and they're mentally weak. But when you come to this truth, you got to deny yourselves, you got to deny your thoughts, you got to deny what the world has taught you, and you got to go off of what the Lord wants. And this is what he wants. It's plain and simple. This is what the Lord wants. Right? And this world will have you going up against what the Lord wants. And this is why you're seeing all of this. All this garbage, man. It's madness. It's confusion, man. And it's not helping nobody. People out here are miserable. This woman's miserable, man. Miserable. This guy said he was appalled by what he heard, man. When the Canadian Powerlifting Union suspended her, he's like, wow, I couldn't believe that. Wow, right? It's crazy. It's crazy out here, man. All right, so let me get another one. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yavashai. So, yeah, you cannot be conformed to this world. What does that mean? Thinking like how the world thinks. And this is exactly how the world thinks. Equality. Being an alphabet. Being a part of the alphabet community. Being a Mo. Right? Woman shall compass a man. Right? Woman's rights. All that garbage. So, but you got to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So you got to renew your mind when you come into this truth. You got to be brainwashed again. Right? The only person that can do that is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. He has to renew your mind. By going into these scriptures, going into these breakdowns, by fasting, by praying, right? That ye may prove what is that good. Right? And when you do, when you're renewed in the mind, you're gonna find out what is good. And you're gonna be able to prove it. You know why? Because you're gonna be coming out of the scriptures. You're going to be filtering everything through the scriptures. Alright. So let's move on to the next one. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 17. This I say therefore and testify in the Lord. And by the way, testify is very important. And only a man can really testify, because why? A man has testicles, because that's where you get the word testify from. That's where it comes out of. Testes, right? Testes. In order for you to testify, you got to have testes, which is testicles, balls. And a man can only do that. That ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind. And this is the vanity of the mind, man. Vanity is emptiness, and vanity leads to wickedness. And this is exactly how the Gentiles think. Amen. By the way this guy is acting and portraying himself, how he changed himself from being a man to a woman, that's actually a doctrine that goes into that Baphomet spirit. And Baphomet is a god of the Gentiles, man. It's a god of the other nations. Baphomet. So an androgynous type of spirit, right? That goes back into heathenistic customs. So it says here, verse 18, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of the Most High through the ignorance that is in them because of the blindness of their heart. And really, they're ignorant, man. A lot of you people out here are very ignorant to what is right and to what is wrong. You're ignorant of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. A lot of you people are blind, man. Blind, man. A lot of people are blind. You got the blind leading the blind. A lot of people out here think that this is okay. So anyways, man, that's enough. I don't have to talk about this anymore. I can go on and on. I can get all the precepts in the world. But I hope this was edifying. Until next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone GMS, USA Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. Kwam Yashala, and Abba Babal.